Hello, David Ritzy for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Look, you can see that three gentlemen are dressed to impress, and there's a reason, because we are seeing off our good friend Luke Taggart from Bond's apartment, and today I am joined by
Kyle Barbeau, Easy Smiles and Expensive Watches.
or a view to a Kyle.
Sure.
Petition is below. And
Lorenzo Anselmo, Omega Bond Watches.
it's amazing. And we've got a lot of people here that we're going to be celebrating with, but I thought I would drag these guys in front of the camera. You could tell it's the holidays. There's like Charlie Brown music playing. There's green and red everywhere. But we are dressed to the nines. And the first thing we're going to do before we even get into the theme of this video is we're going to be talking about what exactly we're wearing, because it's not the typical Bond stuff. First of all, what are you wearing today?
I've got a Mason & Sons
Get in there close so
Anthony
they can see.
Sinclair suit, Glen check with a light blue overcheck, Turnbull and Asser tie from Die Another Day, Turnbull and Asser shirt, Turnbull and Asser pocket square.
Amazing. And watch.
Turkish shoes, but you know.
What's your watch again?
I've got the Omega Hour Vision DeVille.
I mean, you got to do the watch check. And
That's
speaking
right.
of watch check, Lorenzo, what are you wearing today?
So today I took a lot of Daniel Craig inspiration. So I have the Suit Supply peak lapel, 2-button, 1 roll. Basically, it's a silk blend suit that I had custom made. And then I did the Dr. No from Turnbull and Asser. As you can see on my wrist, I got the Aquaterra from Spectre / No Time to Die on today.
Nice. Slash.
Slash. And then to tighten it all up, we got the PTS tie from Quantum of Solace that just tightens it up real lovely.
Which I have incredible envy for, because I don't own that. I don't know. But let's not even talk about it. Thank you. This is my delinter.
A little bit of cat hair.
A little bit of cat hair. I don't even own a cat. That's a quote. Okay, so I'm wearing the Spectre. I call it the Q branch scene where he gets the smart blood. This is, of course, I'm wearing the Omega Spectre watch. I was going to go
I've been wearing that all day.
Quantum, but I figured why don't I just do the whole thing? I've got the Tom Ford kerchief, or the pocket square. I've got the Tom Ford shirt. I've got the Tom Ford tie. I've got the Crockett & Jones shoes on. So we're fully loaded tonight. But here's the thing, I want to bring it back.
All in all, rather stocked.
And we did not rehearse that. Dorks. Table of 3. More importantly, guys, talk to me a little bit about the process. Obviously, we made some choices here, and we did have choices. We could have worn a lot of different things, but when you're invited to a wedding or an event like this, what's your process of going through sort of your mental Bond closet and then ultimately choosing what we see here? Kyle?
I need to put on Bond things, but not in a way that Bond wears them, in a way that I would wear them.
Oh.
So things that would make me stand out as me, as opposed to dressing up as James Bond.
Right.
So in my case, I was looking for something very diverse as far as the brands go. I think it's very easy to lean on the looks, but when you really take your wardrobe and you make it your own, I think it creates this image that has influence from Bond, but it's really, truly your own. So that's where my inspiration came from.
By the way, if you hear some voices off screen, there's a lot of ladies oohing and eyeing over there. So if you hear little voices, it's not people behind a bar, I swear. I go through kind of the same process. I think about, first of all, what haven't I worn in a long time? Sometimes I will check with my spouse on what they're wearing. Not that we're trying to matchy, but
Saying homecoming.
yeah, right. But it's a little bit more of like, are we sort of evolving together in a look standpoint? But honestly, this time coordinating, thank you. I need a thesaurus. Welcome to Ham with 2 Legs. But a lot of why I rose to this occasion and wore this suit was because I just haven't worn the look in a long time. And sometimes you just want to be nostalgic and take it out of the closet. I mean, you wore a very nostalgic Lazenby look.
That's true. I haven't worn this suit out in public yet. The last time I wore it was at your house.
Oh my gosh, that's
this
right.
is like the big
Unveiling.
event debut.
The public unveiling.
That's right.
That's right. Was that the first time you actually wore the suit at my
First
place?
time. Well, the first time after the tailor's shop was at your place.
Wow. All right. So
So you should feel honored.
a little bit, not so much.
You should feel honored.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling the heat. But now take me back to this, because you hear the music, and I'm telling you, the temperature outside is frightful. it matches the music. It's snowing out, there's snow in the ground. How much of what you wear and choose from a Bond standpoint, especially with suiting, do you factor in the weather? Lorenzo?
So honestly, for me, it comes down to the color palette. So like, you want to make sure that you're obviously
Didn't see that coming.
dressed. I know, of course, coming from left field like I usually do.
All right.
So when I use the color palette, I will try to match the type of temperature I'm going with because it really sets the tone.
Right.
Also, the fact that like when you-
Caliente. I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but I love
I
that.
think it means hot.
I think you think I speak Spanish, but I don't.
Oh.
Ultimately, you want to create a palette that blends and matches and complements in certain areas. I picked this tie because not only did it bring out the blue in my shirt, it also tied in the black with the darkness of the blue I chose.
Oh.
So there's a lot of like layers to that, but you want to make sure that like when you are dressing, you're dressing for the occasion, thus adding on certain colors and certain weights and fabrics.
Good luck following that, Kyle. That
It's
was
not,
pretty good.
It's not just about color palette, it's also about practicality. So this is a three-piece suit. I don't think I would wear this suit if it was 85 degrees outside.
Right.
But because it's 35 degrees outside, a three-piece suit is actually very
perfect.
practical.
And what's it
when
made out of?
It's like a 3 seasons wool.
Oh, nice. So it should be perfect.
Seasons?
Yep.
God forbid you wear it in the summer.
No spring.
Summer might be a little
Absolutely not.
tough.
Be schwitzing.
Summer might be a little
Look it up.
tough.
You'll be a chamois.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
No, not even close.
Shamil, that's what
Shamil.
There it is.
Awesome.
He is
Haas and
not
Pfeffer
part of
Incorporated.
Mishpucha. He's not part of the family. Clearly, not part of the
I'm
tribe.
adopted.
Yeah, but he is. Your family. Family. He does a much better
Fam's all
Vin
about
Diesel than me.
family.
All right, so for me, this is all about practicality because I knew it was going to be at least cold. So 19 to 21 degree Fahrenheit, real feel. For those of you playing at home, I wore something that I could put a puffer vest under. So if I wore the Mexico City, for example, you can't fit a toothpick under the jacket. But this one, I can fit a puffer vest because I'll be out in the tundra pretty soon.
It's a good thought.
So practicality, color palette, I like that direction. So now we've got to get into the Barbara Walters moment because we're going to get very transparent for a moment. And you need to hear this because this is like the real life scenario. Weeks before this event, something happened where there was a thread with certain people on it where we started to ask ourselves, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Tends to happen.
Because this way we wouldn't be matchy-matchy.
Yeah, that's important.
So was there ever a situation where somebody was wearing something, be careful, we're talking about this out loud, where you were like, okay, you know what? I'll let you go in that direction. I'm gonna be Lazenby, you're gonna be Craig. Was it ever like that, or you were just like, whatever?
No, for me it was, I never felt coached on what I was trying to do, and I had the ability to kind of play with my palette. I didn't feel like there was something that you or Kyle were gonna actually wear that would take away from my idea. So
Right.
it was actually very transparent.
Kind of open-ended, just
Yeah.
go for it.
Absolutely.
Be yourself.
And now that I know you don't have this tie, I'll wear it all the time.
We'll talk later. I'm gonna get him so sauced. Where'd my tie go last
I'll
night?
trade you this
Yeah.
for your watch.
We could do that. What about you, Kyle? Now, I know we've had this conversation.
Many times. We coordinate outfits all the time, but it's not so much about.
Watch your hand.
I'm getting a little close to the booty there.
Handsy.
It's not just
I
about
saw that. I'm walking away.
what we're wearing so we don't match each other, but we want to have the same level of formality. So it would look odd if I showed up to this wedding just wearing a cardigan and jeans.
Yeah, or even a blazer.
Right. We all need to kind of match the same level of formality to,
right.
both respect the event and one another.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to jump to a subject that's kind of been a subject in the Bond community. We're starting off, we may have had a little bit of tipple to preheat, a little bit of tipple. The reality is we're going to an event with drinks, food, dancing. I hear there's going to be waving towels over the head, which I think is insane.
I'm here for the dollar dance.
Hava Nagila, baby.
But the point I'm saying is, at what point do we start to look like a disheveled 9-year-old trying to wear a suit? Does
At
the
no
jacket
point. At no point.
does the jacket ever come off and your tie goes flying into the air?
So when I was a young man, my father gave me 2 rules
Get
for
out.
going to get out. That was before that.
Yeah.
Gave me 2 rules when going out to a dance or to a formal event. Never take your jacket off. Never let the ladies see you sweat. So I'm going to
Wow.
try to adhere to those rules tonight.
All right, we're
we'll
gonna
see. We'll see if I can.
We will get B-roll on that. What about you? Does the jacket, be honest, does the jacket ever come up? You run hot like a werewolf.
It's very situational for me. So if I'm feeling uncomfortable, the jacket's the only thing that comes off. A tie doesn't get loosened, a button doesn't get let open. Like, it's very tight knit if this jacket comes off. So, I mean, I'll go as far as saying I'll unbutton my jacket top, but
I was wondering where you're going.
If I have to take, if I have
That
to take
buffet's
it off,
not going to eat itself.
I mean, you gotta be practical about
Yes.
it, but at the end of the day, it's like you want to make sure you're holding up that standard of like being very neat and
Yeah.
tidy. So
Yeah.
I feel like when you undo your tie and undo your collar, it's more of a thing where you're getting away from being clean. And
You ready for this? I'm about to be unclean and unneat because the one thing I will, the power of it wants no straps. No, I think that I will tend to loosen my tie, but I won't just loosen it, I'll get rid of it. So I'll turn it into, I'll turn it into kind of an open collar look.
Will you wear it around your head?
Like go Rambo on you?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'll stop short of there. But I will always keep the jacket on. I feel like as soon as you take off the jacket, you're looking like it's 5:15 p.m. on a Thursday after work party. You know,
I guess Friday's not gonna happen.
Friday that's not going to happen. Maybe at 5:15.
It's a work from home day, huh?
Exactly.
Well, it's not that far from now.
All right, guys, here's how we're going to end this. It's going to be nice, short, and sweet, and it's such a simple one, and has nothing to do with our suits. Has everything to do with kind of our mindset going into an event like this. Very often, we will forecast what drink we're going to have to think, do we stick with one? Is it a Bond drink? We're wearing Bond things for our Bond brother, Luke Taggart. Do you have a drink in mind that you're going to start and stick with?
So
Are you going to mix and match?
pre-gaming for this wedding, it was very brown, but I will say I am craving a martini wearing a suit. So
Oh.
a martini is in my future.
Do you think they'll have Vespers there?
I hazarding a guess, yes.
Okay, so you'll do like a Vesper martini.
Yes.
And a nice clear liquid.
Yes, just very neat.
I like that. How about you, sir?
I think I'm going to have a glass or two of champagne to toast the happy couple.
Michigan's finest.
And then I'll stick to beer because I am the driver tonight. So.
Oh, that's right. Very good. Thank you for that. Yes, that's kids observed, very responsible. He's in the industry, but he's also very safe.
Gotta be very safe.
Precious cargo on board. I don't know what that means.
Barbeau says,
Yeah.
don't drink and drive.
That's right. So typically I will have my 1 to 2 strong drinks up front.
Yep.
We do have, because part of it's outside, we have some warming liquids in some very colorful light bulbs. We'll put some B-well here of those light bulbs. So I'm starting out a little brown, to your point,
Yeah.
but I'm probably going to go a little bit lighter.
I like
And
that.
if there's a good Michigan cava, which the best Spanish, the best Spanish cavas
Don't look at me.
are actually
They all
grown in
come-
Michigan.
They all come from Detroit.
Yeah, our audience has lost it. They've lost the plot. They're cracking up. But gentlemen, listen, whatever it is, it's going to be an amazing night.
Absolutely.
Any last words to Luke? Because as of right this videotaping, he is unmarried.
So, Luke, Brienne, first I'm going to start off with, hey girl, which you guys know what that means. Congratulations, I'm so excited to see this, and it's a huge moment in your life. You'll never forget it. I'm glad that me and Cassandra are able to be a part of it, and we would have nothing but well wishes for both of you going forward.
It's beautiful. Kyle.
Speaking as the single guy of the group, what the hell are you doing? Get out
Oh my
now while the getting's good.
Thank you, just made mine that much better.
And then my last thing will say, it's never about the party. It's about the journey. And the journey you've already been on has started. It's going to continue, and you two are amazing together. So enjoy every moment of it. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Lorenzo, Kyle, let's go enjoy ourselves. In the meantime, this has been David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. We'll see you all real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.